On May 3rd, Wings embark on their first-ever North American tour, which establishes them as one of the world's premier concert attractions. In July, Paul McCartney, through his company in London, MPL, purchases Edwin H. Morris Music, including the late Buddy Holly's songwriting copyrights. Also in July, an exhibition of paintings by the late bassist and friend of the Beatles, Stuart Sutcliffe, takes place at a South London art gallery. On July 27th, Judge Ira Fieldsteel approves John Lennon's application to remain in the U.S. as a permanent resident and awards Lennon a green card. At the hearing, actress Gloria Swanson and author Norman Mailer appear on behalf of John as character witnesses. On September 17, 1976, Ringo releases an LP called Rotogravure. It's produced by the veteran Atlantic producer Arif Mardin. Ringo got the other three Beatles to write a song each for this new package, but they don't help to make this bland album come alive. Here's the track that John wrote. He helps out at the session playing piano. On November 19th, George releases an album called 33 1/3 on his Dark Horse label. It's a good album, and the critics were a lot kinder, but sales were not as expected, even though George did a lot to promote it. Here, George explains how he wrote a song on the album about Lord Buckley.
I met Mr Gry from Edem, and he used to manage Barry White and all this. And I was just talking to him, and the way he was talking, I just said, "Hey, you really remind me of somebody. You remind me of, I don't know if this is an insult or a compliment, but you remind me of Lord Buckley, he's my favourite comedian, this guy who's now dead, but, he was like the first of the real hip comics." And I said, "You remind me of Lord Buckley," and this guy nearly fell over. He said, "Hey, I managed him for 18 years. And I thought, far out. So as we were talking, he was talking about Lord Buckley, and he said how he lived in this little shack, which he called Crackerbox Palace, because Buckley was everything. Was, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the royal court. Everything was beautiful and up, and everybody was royal with Buckley. And so he lived in this little place, Crackerbox Palace, and I just wrote on the back of my cigarette packet, Crackerbox Palace. I loved it, just the way it sounded.
So young when I was born, my eyes could not yet see, and by the time my first dawn, somebody holding me, they said, "I welcome you to Crackerbox Palace. We've been expecting you. You bring such joy in Crackerbox Palace. No matter where you roam, no our love is true." While growing up, we're trying to, not knowing where to start, I looked around for someone who may help reveal my heart. And someone said, "While you're a part of Crackerbox Palace, do what the rest all do, or face the fact that Crackerbox Palace may have no other choice than to deport you." Welcome you to Crackerbox Palace. We've been expecting you. You bring such joy in Crackerbox Palace. No matter where you roam, no our love is true. It's true, it's true. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's all a part of life. I'm standing in between them all. I met a Mr. Cripe, and he said, "I welcome you to Crackerbox Palace. Was not expecting you. Let's rap and tap at Crackerbox Palace. Know that the Lord is well and inside of you." And we welcome you to Crackerbox Palace. We've been expecting you. You bring such joy in Crackerbox Palace. No matter where you roam, no our love is true. You bring such joy in Crackerbox Palace. No matter where you roam, no our love is true.
On December 10, 1976, Capitol Records released Wings Over America. It's an exciting and lavish record of their performances, which were recorded from May 3rd to June 23rd at various venues. It was an expensive package, but it was full value for its money and proved it by reaching the top album position on the charts of the day. The performances were solid after the last few years of touring, and it showed. This old McCartney song was a highlight of the show and was put out as a single.
Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. Or maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you pulled me out of time. You hung me on a line. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you.
On January 10, 1977, after 3 years of ridiculous litigation, the Apple and ABCO suit is officially settled. Approximate figures indicate that ABCO paid Apple about $800,000 and that Apple paid Alan Klein $5 million. In March, rumors spread that a group called Klaatu is actually the reformed Beatles. The group is traced to Toronto, where they are found to be studio musicians creating quite nicely the famous Fab Four's sound. On April 8th, the infamous Hamburg tapes are released on the Lingasong label. Recorded at the Star Club in 1962 by Teddy King-Size Taylor on a small mono tape recorder, the tapes are of poor quality and therefore lack any real meaning other than for the all-out Beatle collector. In May, in response to the Hamburg performances, Capitol Records and EMI released The Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. The production and sound is exceptional, considering that it was done back in 1964 and 1965 on a 3-track tape machine. This was done at the time by producer George Martin, and he remixed it for release in 1977. In April, a Broadway musical called Beatlemania opens at the Winter Garden Theater in New York. Beatle look-alike musicians played Beatles songs against a background of film clips from the 1960s. In May, John and Yoko went to Japan to show their son Sean Ono to Yoko's parents. John had prepared for the trip by studying Japanese. While in Japan, John says, "We really have nothing to say. We've basically decided, without a great decision, to be with our baby as much as we can until we feel we can take time off to indulge ourselves in creating things outside the family." In June, George and Patty Harrison are granted a divorce. On September 30th, 1977, Ringo releases another album called Ringo the Fourth. This track was released as a single. It's the old Joe Simon hit of 1972.
Drowning in the sea of love.
On November 11th, Paul and Wings released a single that was to be his most successful 45 in the UK. It's called Mull of Kintyre. The mull mentioned is the bay near his Scottish farm. The folk melody is highlighted by the unique inclusion of the Campbelltown pipers playing in almost perfect pitch, a rare thing for bagpipes when played with other instruments.
Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be on Mull of Kintyre. Far have I traveled, and much have I seen. Dark distant mountains with valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as he carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer in the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew then. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the light and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. Smiles in the sunshine and tears in the rain still take me back where my memories remain. Flickering embers grow higher and high as they carry me back to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre.
On March 30th, 1978, Capitol Records released its last Wings LP called London Town. It's produced by Paul and engineered by Jeff Emmerich, the old Beatle engineer, in the Abbey Road studios in London and on a boat in the Virgin Islands. The songs in the album have more musical changes in them and were full of those great McCartney harmonic structures. He was also adding new textures and washes of sound with synthesizers and keyboards.
Walking down the sidewalk on a purple afternoon, I was accosted by a barker playing a simple tune upon his flute. Toot, 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 toot. Silver rain was falling down upon the dirty ground of London town. Sunday afternoon, I was arrested by a Rosa wearing a pink balloon about his foot. Toot, 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 toot. Silver rain was falling down upon the dirty ground of London town. Someone, somewhere has to know what's falling down upon the dirty ground of love.
This piece from the LP was issued as a single.
With a little luck, we can help it out. We can make this There is no end. The willow turns his back on inclement weather. We can do it, just me and you, with a little push. We could set it off, we could send it rocketing skywards. With a little love, we could shake it up. Don't you feel a comet exploding? With a little luck, with a little luck, with a little luck, a little luck, a little luck, with a little luck, with a little, we can help it out. We can make this whole damn thing work out. With a little love, we can lay it down. Can't you feel the sound exploding? With a little love, baby, we can set it off. Send it rocketing skyward. With a little love, we could shake it up. Oh yeah. With a little love, we can help it out. We can make this whole damn thing work out. With a little love, we can lay it down. Can you feel the sound exploding? With a little push, we can set it off. We can send it rocketing skyward. With a little love, we could shake it up. Feel a comet exploding. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
On September 12, 1978, Ringo releases the LP Bad Boy on the CBS Portrait label. The record falls far short of former album sales.
I'm just a bad boy. All dressed up in fancy clothes. I'm taking the trouble to blow my bubble. just a bowl of cherry. I'm taking the trouble to turn my night into day. The hot blazing sun won't hit my head, 'cause you'll always find me right there in the shade. I can see all the folks, they're laughing at me, 'cause I'm just a naturally crazy, lazy bad boy. Yo, 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 yo. Life is just a bowl of cherry. I'm taking the trouble to turn my night into day. The hot blazing sun won't bear my head, 'cause you'll always find me right there in the shade. I can see all you folks, you're laughing at me, 'cause I'm just a naturally crazy, lazy bad boy. Yo, 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 yo. All dressed up in these fancy clothes. Well, I'm taking the trouble to blow my bubbles away. Bad
In February 1979, George Harrison releases a new LP called George Harrison.
Day turned black, sky ripped apart, rain for years till it dampened my heart. Cracks in the leaves, the floorboards could rot. About to go down, I'd almost forgot. All I got to do is to love you. All I got to be is be happy. All it's got to take is someone to make it blow away, blow away, blow away. All I got to do is to love you. All I got to be is be happy. All it's got to take is someone to make it blow away, blow away, blow away. Sky cleared up, day turned to bright. Closing both eyes, the head filled with light. Hard to remember the state I was in. Instant amnesia, yeah, to the end. All I got to do is to love you. All I got to be is be happy. All it's got to take is someone to make it blow away, blow away, blow away. All I got to do is to love you. All I got to be is be happy. All it's got to take is someone to make it blow away, blow away, blow away. Wind blew in, cloud was dispersed. Rainbows appearing, the passions were burst. Breezes are singing, they're feeling good.
Here, he explains the origins of one song called Faster.
Since I was a kid, like 12 years old, I got into motor racing and motorcycle racing. Not actually racing myself, but as a spectator. And there was a racetrack in the place I was born, Liverpool, where they had the Grand Prix races from time to time. So that I started doing that when I was about 12, just before I got into the guitar. It was always interesting to see in other areas in life who was wearing the long hair. And in motor racing, Jackie Stewart became the world champion in, I think, 1968. And he was the first guy with long hair and who had opinions, and he was a big Beatles fan. I had a book that Jackie Stewart had written, which was called Faster. So I thought, good, that's the title.
Chose a life in circuses, jumped into the deepest end, pushing himself to all extremes, made it, people became his friend. Now they stood and noticed him, wanted to be a part of it, all as a whole machinery, so he worked till the pieces fit.
On June 13, 1979, Paul releases the LP Back to the Egg. It's the first album to be released on the CBS label after Paul had signed a multi-million-dollar deal with them, with the highest percentage that any performer or group has ever received. Again, the critics have a field day with it. Paul gives his feelings about their reaction.
I'm used to all that by now. Nearly everything I've ever done or been involved in has had some of that negative critical reaction. I've always had that. Ram was supposed to be the worst thing ever. But, so the criticism goes on. With Back to the Egg, it was the same kind of thing. There was a load of kind of not very good criticism. The sales weren't up to our kind of normal sales thing. So a little bit I was disappointed because I like success. I like if I've done a song, I don't mind it going to number one, staying there for 3 months. I'm like everyone else.
The album was a lot harder than the last few records, and Paul tells us why.
The new wave thing was happening, and I was thinking things like, well, a lot of the new wave is just that they take things at a faster tempo than we do. And I was getting influenced. I always am getting influenced. Most of the songs I've ever written, a lot of them have always had some kind of influence, either Elvis or Carl Perkins or Chuck Berry. There's always been a big influence. Or even some of the 30s type tunes, like When I'm 64 or sort of Honey Pie. That's influenced by Fred Astaire and people like that. So all my stuff's influenced. Back to the Egg was influenced. Just was what I wanted to do at the time, the direction I felt I hadn't been in for a while. So do a bit of that,
One track of the album had all sorts of textures and elements in it and was put out as a single.